Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Shaman King Flowers episode number 10 reaction. Okay, before I begin, I'm kind of another 1 week like lagging behind because previous week on this day the episode wasn't out. So I thought I'd be doing it later, but I didn't get enough time. So I'm back now again a week late. And yeah, let's see if I can properly like I think like episode 11 will probably come out like 1 or 2 days later. So I don't know whether I'll be able to do it within this week, episode 11. If not, I'll probably do it the next week, episode 11. So I'm not really sure whether I'll get enough time. Either way, if episode 11 doesn't come out, just think that it'll come out next week. So yeah, I just want to mention that. Okay, so this is episode number 10 reaction. So in the previous episode, what happened is that in the first part we get to see Anna fight um what was his name? Men. Yeah, Men. And there was a section where we got to see Hana remembered something about his past, about him meeting men, and we got to see the other characters from the other the previous Shaman King. Like we saw Horo Horo and all those characters, like Chocolove, they were all there. All these things he kind of got a glimpse of, but he doesn't remember it. So that was kind of interesting. And then like he gets transported to Hao, and he and Hao has a conversation, and Hao brings in like not exactly Yo, but like a what's that word? Like a manifestation of Yo. And Yo and Hana had a battle, and in the end now Hana is like got transported into I don't know what, like inside his mind, where he'll probably have to go through like self improvement. I think that's what's going to happen today, because in the ending scene we get to see he's like in a beach, and in that beach there's like broken like airplanes and stuff. So yeah, let us see what happens. So this is episode 10. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Oh my waもう死んでいる。何？ああ、うん。うん。Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. And here we go. Island of Death 0. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He fought his dad. Oh my god, something's got. Oh god. Wait. Who? Sakurai Sakura. Okay. Well, life, obviously. Oh no. Yeah. Well, damn, he has good aim. He deliberately scratched. Why do you have a gun? Okay. What's he? What? What's he on about? Where? I think. Keep your feet up. Yeah. Well, he crashed, I'm guessing. Why are you saying him to go? Where is he going to go? It's an island. Okay. So he's trying to fix it. Wait. Oh my god. God damn. Yeah. He just told me to leave. Now you're asking me for help? Uh, okay. I. Okay. I don't think he's strong enough to. Okay, it's working. Hmm. So. Okay. Well, yeah, obviously. Look at him. No. Hmm. Yeah. What? He's like, nah, man. I'm sure he can do multiplication. He can. He should. I hope he knows the second. Ninomiya Kinjiro. Hmm. Well, probably. I'm sure he can do that. Come, if he is not able to, if he's not able to do that, I'll be disappointed in Hana. Come on, like, like we learned that at elementary school. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, you're actually dead. Yeah. No, he's just in the great spirit. That's why. Yeah. Exactly. Soul that determines where you go. Hmm. Mini Ashura have. Yep. Wow. I see. So he's. And that's why there's other like souls as well. Like that plane that went in. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You didn't think about that. You're here. Mm. Yeah. Unless he understands. Oh no. Is that what is that? Is it a scope or a binoculars? Oh my god. These are like. Okay. Yeah. Corpse. Nah, nah. He'll be back. Just don't try to. Don't like. I feel like they're going to like bury him somewhere or something. That'll be bad. Yeah, and you came and killed him the first thing you did? Okay. Good job. Oh no. Hmm. And Shamash, yeah. Holy boy. Holy boy. Kind of rhymes. Damn. Hmm. Hmm. Director. Oh, so yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, he's not dead. His uncle is the god, literal god. Oh, that's nice. Bruh. Well, yeah, we do need to preserve, like his outer body. Yeah. Those three? Yeah, you think they'll cooperate? Hmm. Wildcat. Damn. How did they bring a tank in an island? So it's like a. Oh boy. You will keep fighting, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. All right. Is he gonna? Well, and he's a shaman. Yeah, powers will work. Nice. Oh yeah, did happen. I remember in Shaman King. Yeah, it won't work. He'll probably slice it in two, or yeah, just defend against it. Damn. Well, the tank is gone. Oh boy. Damn. Well, yeah, it's easy for him. Like this is nothing. Where? Retreat where? Oh, they have the boat with them. Okay. Just break the boat. Well, you're stuck here now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now that he realizes it and accepts it, will he fade away now? Oh, okay. Right. Well, there you go. Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking, where are they? Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Ooh. Oh. Take us home. Okay. Hmm. 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 And there you go. That was today's episode. Okay, so yeah, we get to see Hana meeting this guy Saktaro, his name, and he was supposed to be a soldier who died, and now they are stuck in this mini Ashura hell, and they're continuing to fight. And Hana obviously has a lot better understanding of what's going on, so like that whole part, and they have a conversation, and yeah, there you go. In the end, that was kind of interesting to see. He says, like, can you take me home? Now I'm guessing he's talking about like his real body in reality, which is still probably there in the bottom of the sea. Now I'm pretty sure whatever's happening here, that happened a while ago. Like, the time is like, since now everything is at peace, I am guessing that this incident has happened way before. So his remains and his plane's remains is probably still there underwater, and maybe nobody has found it. So, like, I don't know, like, since he told Hana to take him back home, after Hana comes back to life, is he going to, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like tell everyone, and like make sure that that body is found, that plane and the body is found, and it is returned back to his home place? Is that what he? I have no clue. I genuinely have no clue what's going to happen, and how he's going to bring back. But I'm guessing it's probably something like that. Anyways, I feel like we'll get to see what he does in the upcoming few episodes. Two more episodes left, I think, after this for this season. We'll see. We'll get to see that in that time. But either way, yeah, this is what happens. So now here's one thing I need to check here. He talks about the 6 layers of hell. Hmm. I don't. Wait, okay, I'm trying to find out. Okay, you know what? Let me go back to that part, because obviously, I like I know about like like the 9 layers of hell, which is like like they talk about um like in Dante's Inferno, they talk about the 9 layers of hell, and all. But here, I'm guessing this is something different, where this is like like they talk about the Ashura hell. So I need to go to that part first. Where is it? Um, okay, modern version of an Ashura hell, or mini Ashura hell. Okay, it's one of the 6 realms. Those who spend, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 realms. And okay, I am pretty sure this is either from Hinduism or Buddhism, isn't it? Let me check. Okay, here we go. The Samsara. Okay, I think this is where it. Yeah, there you go. This is it. Yep, I was correct. In Buddhism and Hinduism. Because I did know, because I'm an Indian, obviously, like I would know about this. I did know about like like did know that something like this exists in Hinduism, but I also thought that yeah, Buddhism probably also has the same. So yeah, okay, here we go. Um, it's a beginningless cycle of repeated birth, mundane existence, and dying again. Samsara is considered to be dukkha, suffering, and in general unsatisfactory and painful, perpetuated by desire and avidya, ignorance, and resulting karma. Um, Okay. Rebirths occur in six realms of existence, namely three good realms, heavenly, demigod, human, and three evil realms, animal, ghost, and hellish. Samsara ends if a person attains nirvana, the blowing out of the desires and gaining a true insight into the impermanence and non-self reality. Right. Okay, so here we go. God realm, the six realms, the God realms, human realm, demigod realm or Ashura realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, and hell realm. Okay. Um, God's realm is the most pleasure field among the six realms and typically subdivided into six sub realms. Oh my god. It's Katuma Harajak Tavatistimsa Yama Tusita Nimaranati Paranim. Okay, Vasavat. Okay, all these. A rebirth is in heaven in this heavenly realm is believed to be from the very good karma accumulation. A deva does not need to work and is able to enjoy the heavenly realm and pleasures found on earth. However, the pleasures of this realm lead to attachment, yeah, lack of spiritual pursuits, and therefore no nirvana. The vast majority of Buddhist lay people states, Kevin Trainer, have historically pursued Buddhist rituals and practice motivated by rebirth into Deva realm. The Deva realm in Buddhist practiced in Southeast and East Asia states include gods found in Hindu traditions such as Indra and Brahma and concepts of Hindu cosmology. Okay, all these realms we have. Then we have the human realm. Okay, let's read the Asura realm. The demigods, Ashura, is the third realm of existence in Buddhism. Okay, I feel like this is a bit different because this isn't really talking about the that whole thing that Hana was talking about. But this is the only six realms I could find. I tried to find the six hells, but I wasn't able to find it. This is the only thing that I feel like I can find here, and I can see in this article, in this Wikipedia article as well, the picture that they showed, in that scene, that round picture, that is also here. So that's why I think this is correct. This is the thing. This picture, it's called a Thanka, showing the Bhavakar, Bhavakakra with the ancient five cyclic realms of samsara in Buddhist cosmology. Medieval and contemporary texts typically describe six realms of reincarnation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is correct because at exact picture is shown here as well in the show. So yeah, but however, this is called the six realms of rebirth, not the six hells. So I'm not really sure what what in the show they're talking about, but I'm pretty sure this is what they're talking about. But here it's written in the Ashura realm is a stage of existence of a being as animal. This realm is traditionally thought to be similar to hellish realm. Oh, there you go. Because animals are believed in Buddhist texts to be driven by impulse and instinct. They prey on each other and suffer. Yeah, so there you go. It kind of makes sense. It is matching. Some Buddhist texts assert that plants belong to the realm with primitive consciousness. As they say here, like they keep continuing to be driven by impulse and instinct and prey on each other and suffer. That's exactly what Hana talks about here. Here this part where he says one of the six realms those who spend their lives fighting are destined to repeat the battles eternally. Yeah, so it technically isn't a hell, but it is called a hell because as they say here, yeah, where is it? The realm is traditionally thought out to be similar to a hellish realm. So it isn't really a hell, but it's one of the like realms of rebirth. But it's considered to be a hellish realm. Interesting. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what they're talking about. These six realms they were talking about. And there's a lot of things to read here. I cannot really read everything now, but there's a lot of things here. And then we finally have the hell realm in the end, the final one, which is Naraka. Yeah. So these are all the realms. Interesting because like since this is like the cycle of rebirth, the whole the realms, the rebirth realms, everything is like shown here. Like so, yeah, this is This is literally what they're talking about here in this part, I think. So this is what Hana brings up, and that is why he thinks that we are here in this Ashura realm, like a mini Ashura realm, where we'll continue to fight unless and until I don't know, something happens, I guess. Um, so yeah, and there you go. And then, like, a few other things we also get to see in this episode. First of all, the fact that Alumi knew something like this is going to happen, and she knows that wherever Hana has gone now, he'll come back at least growing a little bit, mentally, and will be a lot better than he was. He'll be a lot more experienced, you could say. So she knows that, and that's why she's like, "Oh, put him in the freezer. He'll be coming back soon." Right. Also, the fact that Hana was fighting in that realm, and you could see in the end, that dude. What was his name? Um, I just, I just, I forgot his name. What the hell? Saktaro. Yeah, Saktaro. He he told him, he asked him, "What did you do to these guys? Did you kill them?" At which Hana's like, "What are you on about? They're already dead. So what kill?" Um, so here, this part, I was also thinking. I was like, "What did he do to them? Did he just slash them out? Or like, what happened?" Um, so he says, when Hana says something like that, oh, like they're already dead. Saktaro's like, then what am I? What, like, I'm like, yeah, like he says, this is war. What becomes to the country we risked our lives fighting for? Yeah, is everyone living in peace? And he says a very, like, like a very, I guess you could say, good line. When Hana says, "I don't know much about war," he says that, where's that part? Yeah, earlier you mentioned a movie. War isn't a part of a movie. There you go. It really happened. Yeah. So there you go. Now this is a very interesting, like, like a section, because he talks about how, like Hana talks about like movies and stuff. He's like, "Oh no, this isn't a movie. This actually happened." So, the fact that Hana takes everything that is happening here in such a casual manner, because he's like, "Oh, these people, they're already dead, so I can kill them," and like stuff like this, as if this is like an act that he's playing out. He's playing this out in a movie. That is how he's acting. You know, this is something that he wanted to comment on. He was like, the way you're saying that, oh, like, like this is just like, like you're acting as if like this is like just something like a, like a play that is happening. This is not happening in reality. That is wrong. The fact that he just said that, oh, they're already dead, so that's why, what's the matter? But this ain't a movie. Yeah, we might be dead, but this actually happened. Like, I don't know, like, if you can understand, but I can understand what he's trying to say here. He's saying that Hana's way of taking this is just as if he's looking at a movie. Like, like how we play video games, and in video games we like like do a lot of crazy things, like, like shoot people, and because we know, oh, that's a video game, like this ain't actually happening, like we're just controlling a character, kind of like that. Hana's treating it like that, in that sense, as if like he's looking at a movie or playing a video game. So that's why he's so casual about it, and he's like, oh, like, oh, they're already dead, like, like, what are you on about? But he says, like, no, this actually happened. This ain't a movie. There was a war. We participated in it, and so many lost lives were lost. This is reality. And that's what he's trying to say here, I think. And I feel like this is kind of very interesting, because I don't know, I've seen this similar thing in a lot of the way people treat these type of things in such a casual manner, like, not to be that guy, but I feel kind of weird whenever people talk about these things extremely casually. I remember, like, there was which year was it? Was it 2022 or was it 2020? I don't remember. There was a certain, like, time where they like a rumor came out. I'm pretty sure if you guys also remember, where they were talking about like a world war or something, like World War III is going to happen or whatever. This weird rumor that pops up now and then. I think it happened during January or something. And I remember, like, people were just joking about it and laughing. Yeah, it was obviously everyone knew about it. It's a joke and a rumor. But the people who knows that these are jokes and rumors is fine. But there are a lot of people who very seriously were actually taking it so casually and were like taking like joking about it. Like I said, not to be that guy, but I feel weird thinking about a situation like that. How people can look at something like this where so many lives are lost in such a casual manner. It's because of that people don't understand. They act as if this is like all as if happening in a movie. you know that is why they're so casual about it. And like not only that, I've seen multiple aspects, like multiple instances, a lot of like places where people treat this so casually just because we are at peace. They treat this like peace that we have in such a casual manner and act as if like, oh, it's just as if they're watching a movie or like a thing. Like they like I've seen some insensitive comments about like these type of situations, which makes me just wonder like what the hell are these people talking about. like I'm not talking about people who joke about this, like like casual like sarcasm and stuff is okay, I guess. But there are people who are actually serious about it and they genuinely are not joking and they genuinely think what they're writing. Those are the people that I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You have you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And like like that kind of thing. And like today, like watching this episode, I feel like I kind of understand why. Because like Sakataro says here, people look at this thing as if like they're looking at a movie or like watching someone play a video game. That's why they're so casual about it. you know and yeah, but this actually happened. This is reality. It might have happened like 100 or like 50 years ago when you probably weren't even born, but it is reality. So that kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting to see, like that part was very interesting. I like that part in the end where he says like, Hana, like this actually happened. um yeah, and then in the end, like we see, like he kind of tells Hana to bring him back home. I don't know what he means by that though, but I would guess that he's saying that like in reality maybe, like like if he's still under in the water, maybe, probably, and that is why he tells him to bring him back home. So I don't know what Hana's going to do here. Is he like going to come back? When he's going to come back alive, is he going to tell everyone that, oh, this happened and there's probably like a plane in this place in the underneath the water, and he's going to like let the world know, and will they recover that, and that's how he's going to fulfill his promise? I'm not really sure, but yeah, we'll have to wait for it, I guess. I'm sure we'll get our answers within these 2 episodes. But there you go, that is it. Great episode. And this is the what's that word? This is the uh the self improvement, or like like understanding something, understanding what's going on. And it's interesting because I feel like this is probably what Yo was talking about. You have to understand something. His attitude, like Hana's attitude of not taking these type of things seriously. I don't know, maybe that's what he wanted him to know, because he has a very casual attitude about stuff like this. So Yo wants him to understand the actual seriousness of war, and like and things like this, like losing lives. And like, because you can remember, he literally came he literally like died, and he came to How, and he's like, oh, reincarnate me, uncle, come on. And I think I mentioned this in the previous episode. I was like, Hana has no understanding of what it means to die. He thinks this is like a trip to the theme park or something. Like, oh, I've gone to the theme park, oh, it's time up, I can go back home, kind of like that. And I cannot blame him for that, because his uncle is the god, and he has literally brought him back once before. So he thinks it's going to be the same. So I feel like Yo wants him to understand the seriousness of that type of, like, these type of things. The depth of these, the actual seriousness of this. Like, there's only one life. If you die, you die. That kind of thing. And like these things, like wars, and like all these things that they went through, and what it means to fight. These things he wants him to understand, because unless and until he understands the the deeper meaning behind his actions, what he's doing, like fighting and harming others, how important and how serious it is, he will keep acting like this and treating everything casually, you know, like that kind of thing. He like Yo probably wants him to understand that, because if you think about it, Yo had a very clear understanding at Hana's age what it means to take a life, and what it means to fight, what it means to go in the path of violence, what it means to die. He had a very clear understanding of everything. That is why he tried to, like, always, like, not fight. He always tried to, like, back out from it through words and stuff. Like, that's literally what Yo is. He's a type of person who always tries to avoid, like, things like this, because he knows the actual meaning behind it, what it means to harm others. He knows that it's not as if, like, you're playing a video game or anything. This is reality. You're actually harming another people or taking someone's life, and what it means to take someone's life. These things he wants him to understand. I think that is why he needs to go through this, because this is perfect for him. Here he'll be able to understand the weight of a human life and what it means, like, to be in a war or things like that. And you can literally say Sakataro in the end kind of tells him that your way of acting, like, like when he said that, oh, what did you do to them, he's like, oh, that they're already dead, what are you on about, like. So that type of attitude, that is why Sakataro told him that this isn't a movie or anything, this is reality. You need to understand, the weight of what you're doing, and like when you're taking a life and stuff like that. I don't know, that's just what I think. That's what I think Yo wants him to understand. And when he's able to understand that, he will improve, and he will become a lot more like how Yo was, probably, you know something like that. Okay, anyways. And yeah, that was today's episode. So let's see which direction this goes. Okay, now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the first part, you can see Hana's dead. Like, yeah. And he is stranded in this beach. And here he meets Sakataro. He was going to, like, kick, like, one of the um airplanes, but Sakataro comes in with his gun, and he's like, oh, what the hell, who are you, kid? Like, and he asks him a few questions, and and Hana's like laughing. He's like, you're pointing a pistol at me, ha ha ha. And he just shoots him. It grazes his part over here, cheek. Right, anyways, so he tells him about what's going on, about the war, and about how he lost his comrades. And he warns him that don't you dare go to near my airplane. You leave here immediately, kid. And he tells him how they're in an island. He also tells him that he's like gathering, like, the parts to properly fix up the airplane and then go back. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to let down his teammates. But while all of this is happening, an airplane comes in, and he kind of brings Hana to, like, a cover, hoping that the plane doesn't notice them. Yeah. And okay, so you can see Hana little by little understands that, okay, so he probably doesn't know he's dead. Hana realizes that. But either way, he's like, let's bring the plane a little bit, like, inside. And Hana helps him drag the plane down into the forest, almost into the forest. And yeah, so all that stuff aside, after that, Sakataro talks to him about school. And Hana's like, I don't want to go to school. School sucks. And he's like, yeah, you're not appreciating what you've got, And he tells him that, like, many children, you probably don't even know, won't ever get to go to school. So having an opportunity like you have, and having, like, the privilege that you have, is a blessing, And he's like, think about your parents and go to school. And he's like, I don't want to talk about my parents, Yeah. Okay, so yeah, again, you can see, like, he is obviously talking about the back, like, the time when there was, like, war was going on and everything. Like, yeah, school definitely was definitely at that point of time was a privilege, because, like, if someone's, like, continuously at war, like, yeah, I think school should be the last thing you should be thinking about. So he is correct, and obviously, like, a lot of other things like poverty, whenever people, like, different, like, different people, like, they go into war, um a lot of things happens, like economic conditions goes down, like hike of prices, normal people, their lives, like, obviously, to keep the soldiers fed and properly out, like all these things happens, and it's a mess. It's a complete mess. Like, not only are the soldiers fighting and, laying down their lives, the people who are not involved in it also suffers because of stuff like this. Like, a lot of people's loved ones, they go out to fight, they every single day they just stay back and think about, like, the unthinkable. What if something happens? They're in constant fear of losing them. Then there are people who are just suffering because of the hike in the prices. The economy, it completely just goes down because, because of the losses that comes with these things. So it's like, like, as they say, like, a war doesn't give it all, or, like, it only takes, that kind of thing. That's literally what it is. And for every single person involved in that, somehow every single person suffers. That is what a war is. It's not just haha, like, people fighting against each other, like that kind of thing. Which I've seen a lot of people have that kind of mentality, which, like I said, they don't understand. Like, it's not only them, the other people, they also suffer. Like, it's like a whole package. Like, everything goes down at the same time. So that kind of thing. So that's what he's saying here. Like, like school is a privilege that you've gotten. And he's like, okay, come on, I'm going to teach you some mathematic tables. And he's like teaching him mathematical table of two, and I'm like, come on, if Hannah doesn't know the mathematical table of two, I'll be disappointed, man. We learned this at elementary school. I'm sure he knows. Either way, okay, so anyways, he's like, no, like, he like, refuses. Later on, he kind of talks to him about what's going to happen now. So he tells him that, oh, we will repair the airplane, then I'll leave. And he thanks him. Sakta thanks Hannah, and he's like, thanks for help, kid. You helped us a lot. And here is where Hannah mentions that you probably don't understand, but you're actually dead. So probably during the plane crash you died. And he's like, what are you talking about? How am I dead? I'm still here. And he tells him that, oh, it is, this is a like one of the realms. And he says, like, Tamao told me once, when we die, it's your soul that determines where you go. Whether it is heaven or hell, the world you end up in is nothing but your own heart. Maybe it was Rue who said that. Either way, doesn't matter. This place is a commune for your soul and others like you. Yeah, similar people who are fighting, continuously fighting, they're also here. It's the modern version of an Ashura hell, or a mini Ashura hell. Okay. Alright, he says, and here's where he talks about the six realms. Yeah. The one who spent their lives fighting, destined to repeat their battles eternally. Something like that. Wait a minute, just a second. Okay, yeah, so that's why he's here, or something like that. And okay, so he tells him that, and he's like, okay, you know what? At first, he doesn't believe him. He's like, what, you're, like, what, like, did your mom tell you these stories or something? He doesn't really believe him properly at first. And Hannah also talks about shamans and how they connect the living to the dead. That's what they are. And then he's like, okay, you know what? If you say what is true, then that would mean that you're here as well. So are you also suffering from something like that? Which makes Hannah think. He's like, yeah, like, why am I here? Then that whole boat comes in with the tank. So the 82nd Infantry Division, called the Mild Cats, and they start their battle against them. While all of this is happening outside, Hana's dead, and everyone's like, what the hell should we do? So Alumi comes in, and Alumi kind of tells them like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine, he'll be back. And he gives like Men's identity. He tells him everyone that, oh, this is Tauren's child, Tauren and Jun's child. He has Shamas and Bason from Red. So yeah, that is why he's also a part of Team Hao as well. It's called the Holy Boy Taurmen. He's a shaman thoroughbred who inherited the spirits at age 7. There's no way that God wouldn't choose him. Yep. So either way, so everyone's like kind of hostile towards him now. But anyways, Alvin is like, don't worry, like he's just on a little trip, Hana. He'll be fine. Just bring his stuff and put him in the freezer. If it's outer body rots, then that'll be a problem. So yeah, we cannot let that happen at least. So and she also tells that, oh, those 2 guys who men defeated, they'll help us drive the car. So it's okay. Right. Then next we are back again in the Ashura Hell, and the whole battle happens. Sakutaro's like, don't worry, you run, kid, I'll help you out, and I'll make you a distraction. So he goes out and makes a distraction, starts the battle, and Hana, in the end, Hana's thinking like, okay, this part. He thinks about why people fight, and he's like, nobody fights because they want to, because nobody wants to die. And he says like, that would mean people fight because they have a reason. That's why they fight. And he gets up, he brings out his sword. Right, and yeah, the battle begins. He uses his oversoul and he starts his fighting. And he easily takes care of them, pretty quickly. And there you go. And yeah. So after that, Sakutaro has not completely believed him. He's like, okay, I understand now. You're probably right. You are a shaman. Then that means I'm also dead. I'm also dead. The fact that he was able to do all of this made him convinced. So he's like, yeah, I can understand that. And then he asks him, like, what did you do to them? Did you kill them? At which Hana says like, oh, what are you? I've already been telling you. They're already dead. Like, what are you on about? And this is where he says, then what am I? Like, this isn't a movie. You talked about a movie, I remember. But this isn't a movie, this is war. And he talks about what happened to the country that we risked our lives fighting for. Is everyone living in peace? And yeah. And then he says this really happened. This is not a movie or anything like that, or not a story. This is something that happened. Yeah, I might be now in hell or whatever you're talking about, but this has actually happened. And he remembers his past, and this girl who was waiting for him, this maid girl, and she told him that, oh, like, come back home alive. And then we see the scene where he fights, and probably his last moments, where he is like caught on fire. And yeah, in the end he says like, Hana, I'd like to ask you something. And he says that at the bottom of the sea is my plane and my remains. Can you take us home? There you go. And that is where it ended. And yeah, that was today's episode. Great episode. I don't know if I was able to properly, like, I was able to understand it, but I don't know if I got the correct understanding of it. The way I looked at this episode was, what happened in this episode is basically that the way Hana treats the stuff is like how a person would treat as if he's looking at a movie. He doesn't know the seriousness or the weight of these type of things, and that is why he's so casual with it. I think that is what Yo wants him to understand, and that is why he's here. And I think that is exactly what Sakutaro was telling him, that this is war, like, this isn't a movie or anything like that. This has actually happened. And yeah, and like I said, it kind of makes sense because like, he doesn't have a proper understanding of the seriousness of whatever he does. That is why he was so casual about that whole thing where he probably killed those guys, and he's like, oh, they're already dead, what are you talking about? That kind of thing. But what's funny, because before they showed that scene where Hannah said that, oh, they're already dead, I was also exactly thinking that, what did he do to them? Did he kill them? And I was thinking, like, I don't think he'll kill them because, he's not going to do that. Those are humans. I never even thought about it like that. That, as Hannah said, that, oh, they're already dead, so what's the problem? So that's the funny part, because I also realized what Hannah's problem is after seeing how he answered that question. I was like, what? That's what you're like, that is your reason? Like, because just because they're dead, you're going to, like, you're fine with, like, killing them? That kind of thing. I was thinking, like, like the exact same way that Sakutaro kind of reacted to it. So I can understand. I think that is exactly what Yo wants him to understand, that, like, the the seriousness of these type of things, of taking a life, of the weight of taking a life, the like the serious implications of walking the path of violence, and things like this. These aren't stuff that is happening on the other side of the screen. You aren't watching a movie, or you aren't playing a video game, the way we kind of perceive these things as, because we are kids from the modern generation. That is why we perceive stuff like this in this way, like, he's a modern kid, so all that he heard about war and these type of things are probably from his parents, his grandparents, not parents because parents are barely home, from Tamao and the others, from Ryu and everything. That's all he heard, like, all of these from, similar to us kids nowadays as well. We are this generation's kids. We weren't born at the time when all of these things were happening. These were, yeah, our parents, our grandparents know about it. So for us, we also see it as if only in forms of movies and stuff like that. That's why we don't understand the seriousness of the implications and the weight of these things. Similar to Hana, and Yo wants him to understand that. At least that is how I perceived this episode. I might be missing something, or maybe I'm not, but I don't know. This is just how I saw this episode. Let me know if I'm correct in my understanding, or if they were trying to make us understand something else and I misunderstood it. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 10. Yeah, 10 of Shaman King Flowers. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys. I don't know when, like I said, I'm pretty sure episode 11 will come out 2 or 3 days later, but I probably won't have time then, because this is the day I usually react to it. I don't have empty, so it'll probably be next week if I don't get enough time to react to it. So yeah, either next week or before that, someday I'll react to episode 11 and then episode 12. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.